Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have my sister here with me and we're gonna do a Q&A session here. I've asked you guys on my community post to ask both of us any questions you had. And if you hear snoring, it's my little Boomer. He is my 14-year-old miniature poodle and he wants to be sitting on my lap, so he's wonderful. Anyway, so here we go. There are several questions here and I have no idea what you're going to say because we didn't really discuss any of this stuff. So here we go. You want to read the questions first?
Love watching chatty videos with the two of you. My question is, how was your style and handbag preferences changed over time? Do you expect it will change more in the future? And that's by Bags and Bunnies.
So what do you think?
Well, as I've mentioned once before, I think in one of your videos, about 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't into handbags at all. I had one Coach bag and one Louis Vuitton bag that was gifted to me by your kids, and that was it. I didn't feel like I needed anything more. So my preferences have changed dramatically. I think at this point, I'm really focused on Chanel and Hermès. And I've mentioned this before too, I've kind of reached purse piece at this point. My tastes generally run towards like classics with an edge, and maybe the edge will get softened as I get older, but you know, I'm in my early 50s and at this point, I'm good with my collection. I mean, what about you? Do you think your tastes are gonna change over time?
So previously I used to have one bag, right?
Like me.
And you know what? When I had one bag, it was much more comfortable because I never thought about, is this bag gonna get ruined if I go out in the rain? Purse wasn't like a thing that I even thought of.
It wasn't even an enjoyment.
No, it was like
just
a functional thing. So now, over the last 10 years or so, I feel like because I've been sort of into this luxury bag world, that I feel like I need different purse, different colors to match my outfit. Although none of it really matches. But, you know, in my mind, that's what I feel like I need.
Right.
So do I expect it to change more in the future? You know what? As I get older, maybe in 2 more decades, I won't care.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I won't care. Like, I will not...
Look, I know my husband's grandmother, she died at 101, and till her dying day, she still carried her little Chanel bag and had her little Chanel shoes, and she'd had 2 strokes. She couldn't even walk in them, but she had all that stuff. Her Louis Vuitton luggage and all that.
Right, but she was always that way.
Yeah.
I wasn't always this way. So maybe, you know, at certain age, I don't know what that age is going to be, I'm not going to care. I'm going to go, you know what, I'm going to wear my sweatpants and whatever.
Yeah, okay.
All right, number 2, Maxi Mommy. Hey, Maxi Mommy. If you each won $25,000 and you could only spend it on a bag, jewelry, or watch, or a combination of, what would it be, and would love to know your choices. Ooh.
So I'm assuming that this is not bargain shopping with the $25,000. So I'm not gonna be talking about pre-loved. I'm gonna talk about like retail prices for everything. And given that, then I would say I would probably want one Rolex watch. I don't care whether it's stainless steel. Let's estimate $5,000 for that, let's just say. So $20,000 left. I would, now this is also assuming that I could get offered this, but I would also probably want a Kelly, an Hermès Kelly bag in the 25 or 28 size. So that's going to be like $10,000.
$12,000.
Oh, is it?
I don't know, with tax.
Okay. So then I'm looking at $8,000 left. In terms of jewelry, I like diamonds. So I'd rather get like a big, you know, diamond ring or bracelet or things like that I do have, but as unbranded. And that would probably eat up the rest of the budget.
So
you don't get a lot for that in this luxury world.
$25,000.
Horrifyingly.
So I read it differently. You said you read it like, what would you get if you had $25,000?
Yeah.
I read it like, if you won $25,000, and I currently have all the stuff I currently have.
Oh,
so that's
a totally different
question. You can't go back. You can't go back.
No, this is a totally different question then. If you're saying building on what I have,
that's how I read it. I don't know what Maxi Mommy felt.
So Maxi Mommy, I think we should answer this in 2 ways. One, the way I did it. So start from 0. And you won $25,000 to spend.
Okay, so that's what you did.
That's what I did.
Okay.
So what would you do for that?
Oh, well, I didn't even think of
I mean, I haven't thought about any of this stuff because I'm reading it.
So if I had nothing, if you
had zero and you're starting from scratch, you have $25,000 to spend on luxury.
I was going to say Rolex. I'd want the two-tone because then I think you can use it for, I like my Submariner. Okay, so that one. I don't know how much those cost for. Maybe 10? Yeah. 10,000? Okay, let's say 10,000. I got 15,000 more. I'd want a Kelly 25.
So that's 12,000. You got 3,000 left.
I want a Speedy 20 or 25. So Speedy, I want a damier bean so I can wear whatever weather and not worry about it. So then that would
you have more casual bag there, right there.
So 20 Speedy 25. Oh, how much is that? That's like $1,600. So then I got another $1,500 left.
Okay.
I'll borrow a little bit of money from you.
No, that's not the rule.
Okay, I'll get a cheaper Rolex. Okay. Not 10,000, but a little bit cheaper Rolex. Okay, I'll do a stainless steel. And get a Evelyn TPM.
So two Hermes bags and a...
But I'm assuming that I already have a diamond ring from my husband.
Nope. We're starting with zero.
Forget the Kelly. I don't need the Kelly. I want the diamond ring.
Okay, so now version 2 of this question is, given what you already have now, you just got an extra lump sum of $25,000.
I know what I want.
What do you want?
I want it's $27,000 though.
No.
Can I borrow $2,000?
No.
Damn, you're a tough cookie.
$25,000. Period.
Oh man. Then I'd get a used.
Nope. Those were the ground rules, right?
Okay, then you think of something because I can't think of now. I was gonna say the Cartier Love bracelet, but all pavé. Oh, I know what. I'll just do a not Cartier, non-branded Love bangle.
It's not love.
In all diamond.
Okay, a diamond bangle.
Yes.
Okay, with pavé setting.
Yes.
Okay.
Would that be 25,000?
Probably.
Okay, that's what I'll have.
That's the only thing to add to your existing collection.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
That's what I'll have.
I think based on what I currently have, I would probably buy a touch Kelly or Birkin, meaning with a croc or alligator along the trim, and then a regular leather underneath. Whether a Birkin or a Kelly, if it's a Birkin, I would want a 30. If it's a Kelly, I'd probably want a 28 or 25. So I think that would eat up most of it. If I had like $1,000 left or so, maybe I'd get a couple of twillies to go on the handles to protect the touch.
Like a wallet kind of thing, like Bastia or whatever.
No. I don't like those. Grape Soda asks, what are your opinions on exotic bags and would you ever buy one? So, as you saw from my prior answer, yes, I do own a Crocodile Hermès vintage as a sac chien or sac dog. I love it. So yes, I would get it. And if I had the opportunity again, I would get another one with as the trim on like a touch version of a Kelly or a Birkin. And what do I think about it? I think of it as no different from any other leather bags. You're killing an animal one way or another. I understand people having hesitations about exotics because there have been horror stories about how those animals are treated prior to them being used for these bags. But I know, after having read the annual reports from Hermès, that they are very careful and have strict guidelines on the kind of farms where they have the alligators and crocodiles grown and harvested for these bags and small leather goods. I know that Chanel stopped using exotics, but from what I understand and what I've read, that isn't necessarily because they're all of a sudden, woke about exotic animals. It's because they didn't control their intake of those animal hides. Whereas Hermès totally controls how those farms are run and regulated. They have high regulations. So I'm more comfortable. And as I understand it, Fendi, Dior, Hermès, all of them, and Louis Vuitton still use exotics.
Or do they control?
I don't know about those other brands as much.
So you would go with Hermès?
If I could. I mean, if I wanted to really...
Or does that matter?
I think it does matter to me. I've definitely also read and stories and seen videos of how horrible some of those animals were treated in some other manufacturing processes. So I think before I would buy from another brand that I didn't know about, I would educate myself on it.
I would say no for me. To me, exotic, I know some of them are farmed, but I'm not so convinced that we know the workings of some of these places. Plus the fact they're so expensive and you have to be really careful with them.
Yeah, so there's two reasons for why not two, there are probably a bunch of reasons why people don't like exotics. But depending on the type of exotic, like crocodile and alligator and python require a lot more care because of the processes for how they're prepared, the treatment that they have to go through. So they become much more delicate. As I understand it, ostrich is more robust than regular
Yeah, I know,
leather.
but I hate that leather.
Because you don't like the look of it.
Yeah, no, it
So
reminds me of
that's
chicken pox.
Right, so that's a different reason, not because of the treatment of the animals.
No, that's right. So overall, no, not for me.
Okay.
All right, Shem Believer. Which 2 bags would you each keep as you grow older and wiser? And if all else had to go, LOL. Wait, is Shem Believer saying we're not wise?
So she's really reading deep into this question. I don't think it was made as a shady question.
Of course it wasn't.
But so basically, from our collection, what 2 bags would we keep?
Yeah. So I'm going to say, for me, I'm going to say my Chanel, the beige, East-West. I have an East-West that's beige. I feel like it's an unusual enough, it's not black.
You have 2 bags.
I know.
We're going to keep a beige bag, a little beige bag?
No, you're right. That's wrong. Wrong. Okay, so I'd go my Evelyn PM, because that's really comfortable to wear. Okay, and then I need a fancy bag, and I would say Chanel medium large for my fancy. Or, not the medium large, but the chevron chic. So I almost think the chevron chic is more functional. Okay, chevron chic. I changed my mind.
So I would keep my Kelly and probably my Bolide.
Bolide?
Yeah, because it's a little bit smaller, it's a little more casual. I can change the look of it with the different twillies.
But it's not super casual.
Yeah, but I'm not a super casual person.
Yeah, I am. Right.
So
Right.
I think the Bolide and the Kelly are probably the 2 that I would keep. If not the Bolide, so this is cheating, but I would say maybe my Capucine, but I don't know.
Capucine?
Yeah. Because that's like a light color bag and a dark color bag. The Bolide is a no, because that's green. The usage limitations on that are too great. But I think my Capucine is a taupe color, so I would probably keep the Capucine and the Kelly. Okay.
Susan Kang.
What's on you and your sister's wish list at Hermès? Bag, color, size, etc. So the bag that I would probably want the most is a Kelly 25 in Retorn. And I'd want it in a neutral color or a jewel tone color. And the hardware I'd probably prefer is gold. But I would take a palladium.
I would say for me, wish list, I have such a long wish list with my sales associate that she probably doesn't even know what my wish list is. And that's my problem because I'm not very focused. But I would say 25, Kelly 25, or Birkin 25. I was gonna say Birkin 30, but really for a tote bag, I'd rather have something that goes over my shoulder. And when I'm paying that kind of money, I don't see myself carrying that all the time. So Kelly 25, my fancy bag, and in a Retorn, and in like a taupe or Etain, but not black. Some neutral, gold. Gold is also, or chai. Chai is beautiful. So that.
So in a neutral color.
Yeah. With probably gold hardware.
TPM, will your dog be joining the Q&A?
That's why, TPM. That's why we have Boomer.
Okay. Nadine Cabedo. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name.
I know you want Birkin or Kelly. If you buy it from the store, what would be your pre-spend?
Oh, what would I buy in order to kind of improve my purchase history? It's funny because Maggie really wants Kelly in particular more than I do because I have one, a vintage one. So initially, when we first went in to go see an essay at Hermès, I didn't even create an account until
Because you
like,
weren't even
the end
thinking
of last
that
year.
you wanted it.
Well, I don't want something as much as she does. And so I thought maybe to help boost her purchase history, whatever I wanted.
That's a good sister.
whatever
Change!
whatever I wanted, I put on her purchase history, and then she bought it and I paid her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got a boosted purchase history.
Right.
Because it includes things that I have bought as well.
Right. I think the only money that you spent at Hermès currently is for the repair,
Probably.
right? Everything else went
Oh, and
through-
I bought something online because they didn't have it in our local store.
Right, the plate.
Yeah.
Right. But that didn't even count for your spend because
It doesn't. Anything you buy online doesn't count for your purchase history with an essay in boutique.
So for me, things that I bought are things that I absolutely loved, or things that were going to be a gift. Like I've given a gift to my sister. We've bought a gift from our mother. So those kind of things, I bought it at our local store. So I would say so far my pre-spend is around $5,000 or $6,000. Don't you think?
Probably about that.
Yeah. But I've also bought from Hawaii, which is that's not my local store at all. And I've spent my bleed there and my scarf and stuff. So I think I spent probably around 7,000-ish, maybe over 7,000. So overall, I mean, I've spent the price of a Kelly so far, Kelly or Birkin so
Right.
far, but not at one store. And I think that's because, I mean, I want it, but
You're not going to force yourself to
No.
buy things in order to try and get a quota bag.
yeah, I'm never going to buy something and then turn around and go, I really don't like that. I'm going to sell it.
Right. When
So-
we know that there are people out there, particularly resellers, who will buy enough to get offered the quota bag and then turn around and sell everything that they bought for their pre-spend. Like some people joke around and say like Fashion File is the Hermès outlet because they're like brand new things from Hermès on sale for
Except
Fashion File.
I know people say that, and when I heard that, I thought, it's not an outlet. Their prices are higher.
No, it's not. It's not an outlet like that. But for bags, they're higher. But for a lot of other things, they're not higher.
Yeah, bracelets and stuff.
Jewelry, shoes, clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, Hermès, other métiers or whatever are not. They don't retain their value, and you can see that plainly when you go to Fashion File or The Real or any other reseller.
Right. So next question is from Jenna. Her YouTube handle is Jen Lee. She had a picture of this Fendi. So she said they're almost sold out of this Fendi Petite. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. They're almost sold out in Canada in yellow. Only one left. What do I think of it?
So first of all, in my opinion,
Okay, wait.
your essay is creating a FOMO situation.
Oh, because she's texted her and let her know.
And said there's only one left in the country.
Right.
I've been subjected to that too.
Right.
With my Chanel essay.
Now,
there's
this
only
one-
one of these minis left. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
So this Fendi Petite height is 6.1 inches. Depth is 4.3 inches. And remember, Fendi Peekaboo Petite has a divider in the middle. So 4.3 divided in half. So it's
Inches.
kind of like the size of the Chanel Mini.
So, but it's taller.
Yeah, and it's $37.50.
And it's deeper.
Yeah.
So it's about $600 less than the Chanel Mini, at least for US prices. I don't know what the Chanel Canadian prices are.
Probably more expensive.
The length is the same as the rectangular Chanel Mini. The height is taller and the depth is deeper. But the depth is divided by that center divider. And the height, because the Fendi Peekaboo is a triangular shape, the top is not like, it's not full capacity at the top like a rectangle would be. I think it's a cute bag. I've personally never been a fan of the Peekaboo because I don't like the side little, so if you show the picture there, those little like snap things on the sides? I've never liked that. I
Oh,
don't,
really? That
it
never
looks
bothered
very
me.
unfinished to my eye. I know it was super popular, and obviously it is popular now if it's sold out mostly in stores. But I've never personally liked this design. I think it's cute because it's little, like the Chanel Mini. I don't think it's going to retain its value.
Certainly not. But I don't think that this Fendi Peekaboo, I hate the fact that it's got the 4 centimeters in depth 4 inches in depth is divided in half. I had problems with it being mini size, which is a little bit bigger, with the divider because I'd always hit my hand. Actually, this is a bag. Fendi Mini was a bag that I was like dying to get, and
mind you, the mini is larger than this bag that she's asking
petite,
about.
Yeah. So Fendi Mini Peekaboo was something that I was like dying to get. When we were in Dubai, I remember asking the sales associate how much it was going to be. And I remember he said something over 3,000 something, almost $4,000.
Which is this price now.
Yeah.
Like the petite
that
is
was
that
a long
price now.
time ago, right? And like 5 years ago. And I thought, whoa, I didn't realize they were that expensive. And they were lambskin. So I didn't buy it at that time. And thank God I didn't because I fell out of love with that one. It's expensive.
But it's $600 cheaper than the Chanel Mini.
It's not going to retain its...
But it's, I think, not going to retain its value either.
And that's not end all be all. I mean,
no, so if you love it, but I would definitely, if I were you, go try it on in the store and put your hand in and out of it. Put all the things that you normally carry into the 2 side pockets and make sure everything fits comfortably and you don't have to play Tetris.
That's the other thing is like, because it has 2 exactly same side pockets, I would never know where I put things. I hate that.
Right.
Okay, so the other sheet, you asked 2 more questions.
Okay.
Okay, one more is, should you buy a Speedy 20 Monogram, which is really popular now?
Sure.
The bandolier.
My answer is sure.
If you already have the 25 Monogram. Bandolier.
Oh, they're the exact same.
Exact same, except for the 20 has that big thick strap, which I'm sure she's going to change out. Would you do it? If you had the Speedy 25 Monogram, would you buy the Speedy 20 Monogram that they currently have?
So we talked about this earlier on in the video. Our taste for bags can change over time, right? They evolve. I would say if you have the ability to get the second one, I'd go ahead and get it because you're going to make your money back, I think, on the 25. And you can, after you have both of them in your hand and you can try them out and see what fits in your lifestyle better, you can decide which one you want to keep.
Or keep both.
You could keep both. I mean, personally, I don't have a huge purse collection, so I would want my purses to be different enough to, in my mind, justify having them in my collection.
So I would say I agree with you with getting the 20 Monogram.
If you can get your hands on
it,
and more power to you.
Like I said, I thought Speedy. I used to have Speedy 30, Speedy 25, in different leather and canvas. Oh, okay. All right. He wants to be in the back. He wants to be in the back of me. Okay, there you go, boomer. So I understand I love Speedies. So although that was not in 2 bags that I would keep, I wonder why. Interesting. Okay, so I would buy the Speedy 20 Monogram, definitely, because I think that is cute. I wish they came up with the Damier Bean in Speedy 20. Although I think there's something cool about the monogram print with that. That said, I don't tend to use my Speedy 25 as much as I used to. I used to think that was like the perfect size. But
and now you use your 20 all the time.
I use my 20 a lot more than 25. But I'm not going to get rid of my 25. So I would be saying the same thing. Keep both.
The tricky part of your question, Jenna, is that they're the exact same canvas. So in my mind, I personally wouldn't keep both. But I would definitely, if I had the ability to, get the 20 because it's so hard to get right now. And I don't think you'd lose money on it, even after you decided which one you wanted to keep and which one you wanted to sell.
And Speedy 25 is never going to go out of style. And I mean, they're always going to have that, right? So the price will continue to go, even if she held on to the Speedy 25 for a while. I don't think she's going to, take a huge loss.
Right. I mean, it depends. If you're thinking about resale value, generally, you should think about the commissions you would have to pay for a reseller to sell things for you, unless you're going to do it yourself, which is
hard,
nerve-wracking.
I wouldn't do it.
So
I find it very hard to do that.
We kind of wishy-washed a little bit, but I think we're both saying buy both, get both,
and then see.
Yeah. And she's saying keep them both, maybe, and I'm saying I would sell one.
Yeah. With another question she asked is, with big bags, I love this question, with big bags coming back around, do you see bigger wallets in the future? Nope.
Why?
What do you think?
Why?
I think we're going more digital, and Okay, the only reason why I see big wallets is if they can fit a phone and you can use it as a clutch. Otherwise, I think that a lot of people just have tiny little wallets, and I don't see people having tons of cards anymore.
You have tons of cards. What are you talking about?
I do, but they're in two separate wallets. I have the one that, because you know what I hate is I hate having to take my cards out and putting it in different wallets. So I have a system. I have a system with a small wallet with my essential stuff that I need no matter what. And then I have the other card case, which has like some of the stores, like department stores that I sometimes go to. Okay. So if I'm going to those kind of stores, I would take a little bigger purse and take both.
Okay.
Versus if I'm just going out to dinner, I can just take my one wallet, one small wallet. So I've got that system. So I don't know. I don't think people are going to go to big wallets. One, it's heavy.
I don't think big bags are going to come back. Not the way
you don't.
No, I don't. I think it's wishful thinking with people who held on to their ginormous bags, but I just don't think that that's going to happen because everybody basically needs, in my humble opinion, I think everybody needs a purse that fits their phone and a small wallet.
Right.
That's basically all I carry, along with my little pouch that has my keys in it.
And glasses.
I either wear my glasses or they're on the table.
I know, but some people want their glasses.
Like sunglasses or whatever. But I personally don't. So I could fit everything in a bag this big.
Not me.
As long as it fit my phone. And yet still, there are people who buy purses that are this big, that are like necklaces.
Yeah.
And paying thousands of dollars for them. And it can't even fit their phone. So there's different markets, I believe. So some people are going to go back to big bags because they like to stick everything in there.
But they were going to do that anyway. I think they were going to do that anyway.
And some of those people probably have a little mini bag and then carry a big tote along with it. I've seen women carrying 2 bags.
Right.
So there's that market. So those people, the big bags are going to stay with them, or
but they were
come back.
Yeah, they were never out of the big bag business.
Maybe. I mean, some of them bought little bags too. I mean, like I said, they're carrying both.
So now they're like, "Oh, freedom!" We can just
maybe.
go with one.
So, but I don't think big wallets are as useful as they used to be. Like, do you remember back in the day writing checks?
Yes, nobody has checks anymore.
The only people who are doing that are over 80, maybe 90 at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And somehow I'm always behind those people. So there are still people out there using those things. But generally speaking, I think people are not
but I don't think
using big wallets.
Yeah, I don't think, somebody of my mother-in-law's generation really care about tiny little Chanel minis. So, or the big, they're still carrying the whatever bag that they don't really carry. Right, so they're not the market.
So I think that big bags may come back. Big wallets may come back for people who don't have a system and they want to put everything into one wallet and carry that one wallet. But
no,
I generally don't think that's going to happen unless it's like a wallet to go or a wallet on chain that becomes like a little clutch bag or over the shoulder bag.
But that's like a mini bag. So
that's a mini bag / wallet.
I don't think that big bags are going to come back either. Like not like the way people are talking about it coming back. Don't you think they've been saying big bags are coming back for the last 2 years?
Yeah. I remember Mel Soldera saying big bags are going to come back. I think it was about 2 years ago. And maybe because of the pandemic that just didn't pan out, but I just don't see it. I mean, I see big hobo bags like on the runway and stuff.
Oh, Chanel runway.
But really, is that practical?
No, nobody likes that bag anyway.
It's ugly. It is fugly.
Fugly? Is that a word?
It's a bad word. Anyway, that's it for me.
Okay, that's it. What do you guys think about some of these questions that were asked? It would be great if we can get your opinions about some of this too.
Yeah, share your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, and if you like this video, please give this a thumbs up. Click the bell notification so that you'll be notified every time I upload more videos. Okay, bye guys.